Hello retouchers, you're welcome once again to my channel. So if this is your first time coming across my channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button. Okay, so in today's tutorial, we are going to be retouching this amazing picture right here. So I will guide you guys and show you how I was able to retouch this beautiful picture right here from this is the raw picture to this. Okay. So we are going to work on it step by step, So by the end of this video, there are many things you will learn. Okay. So don't be in a hurry. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button. So YouTube will notify you anytime I drop a tutorial. Okay. So first, this is the raw picture. So the first thing we are going to do here is to liquefy this picture. Then we pick out some blemishes out of the body. Then we are going to barb this hair, okay, before we start our main retouching, okay. So, and we are going to be using this my all-in-one retouching preset here, okay, for the retouching of this picture. Okay, like I told you guys, this is all-in-one professional retouching presets. It contains everything you need as a retoucher, as a graphic designer, as an editor. With just one click, we do the magic. So if you haven't gotten this my all-in-one preset yet, check the pinned comments on this tutorial for it. Okay. So without much ado, let's start. Okay. So first we are going to liquefy this picture. Okay. So but before that, let's position this picture well. Okay, so I will duplicate this picture, Ctrl J and Ctrl T to bring this transform box. Okay, so and I'm going to go to the edge here and take it this way. Okay, so to centralize it this way. Okay, so okay, this way it's okay now. Okay, I hit enter. Okay, as you can see. So and the next thing I'm going to do here is to use this magic tool. Okay, select the picture and go here, cropped. Okay, so we'll get this exact size exactly. Okay, so now let's take this picture to liquefy and liquefy the hair. Okay, so we'll go to filter and to liquefy. Okay, so as you can see right here, now we are going to make use of this forward warp tool here. So yeah, I'll take this picture down, this hair down this side. So when you are working on liquefy, please, you really have to take it gently and be careful, because any slight mistake, you might end up changing the whole picture to another thing. So always take time and be careful while you're working on, while using liquefy. Okay. So you just got to adjust every necessary place that you feel like you need adjustment on. So let's check. This is before and this is after. Okay. So let's adjust this cheek a little. Okay. Before, after. Okay. So we hit OK. Okay. So nice one. And now let's remove some of these blemishes and wrinkles on her face. Okay. So, and to do that, we create an empty layer, okay, above here. Then pick spot healing brush tool, okay. Then we'll just paint all over the blemishes and wrinkles that we want to remove. Okay, but before you use this bottling brush tool with an empty layer, always make sure that you are on sample all layers. Yeah, make sure that your sample all layers is on because you are working on an empty layer. Okay, so okay, so as you can see right here, the picture is looking before and after, before after. Okay, so this is nice. So I'll merge it together, then I'll duplicate it, Control J. Okay, so right now we are going to barb this hair. Okay, so and to do that, we are going to make use of the clone stamp tool. Okay, so this is my clone stamp tool. Okay, so this hardness here, I will be increasing and decreasing the hardness, depends on the results. Okay, so let me increase it for now. So my opacity is 100, flow is on 100. Okay, so now I'm going to take my time, zoom, then pick from this good side. To pick, you click alternative and left click your mouse, pick from the good side, use it and replace the bad side. So as you can see, there is a line here that the thing is showing. Okay, it's showing me line. Okay, that means I need to reduce the hardness. Okay, I don't want those lines there. Okay, so this it's okay. So this is how I will do till I remove the hairs all. Okay, so and remember also there are many ways you can do this in Photoshop. Okay, so but for the sake of this tutorial, we are making use of clone stamp tool. Okay, so you really need to take your time. So you can as well drop the opacity and the flow, depends on the result you are getting. Okay, so this is how. And if you are cloning, make sure the place you are cloning, you pick close to the place. Okay, as you can see right here. So you can see that the hairs are going out. Okay, so this is how we are going to get rid of the hairs. Okay, using our clone stamp tool. So now, as you can see, the hairs are off, but it's not looking smooth. Okay, but don't worry, we are going to fix that using frequency separation. Okay, so and the next thing I will do right here is to select this here. I will select this using this my polygonal lasso tool. Here. Okay, so this is my polygonal lasso tool, and I right click and fader. So I'm fadering this with 5. Okay, so now pick my clone stamp tool again, pick from this. So the reason why I do this, I don't want the stamp to go outside the edge of the hair. Okay. And I don't want the edge of the hair to be dark. So I really need to fix it. That's the reason why I select the limit. I want the brush to stop. Okay. I don't want the brush to cross that limit. Okay. So Control D to deselect. Okay. So I fix these lines. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is okay right here, but we need to use frequency separation to fix it and make it to look more beautiful. So as you can see, this was it before and this is after. Okay, so now what I will do now is to do the frequency separation. So we are going to retouch both the head, the face, and the chests. Okay, so we are going to retouch the whole picture right now. Okay, so and to do that, let's first we rename this thing to bad hair. Okay, so this will serve as bad hair, and we duplicate it, Control J. So this will be the FX, the frequency separation. This is where we'll do the frequency separation. Okay, so and to do that, I'll be making use of the advanced frequency separation inside this my all-in-one frequency separation. So this my all-in-one pack. If you need it, you can check the pin comments of this tutorial. Okay, so check the comment section, the pin comment there, you get them. Okay, so I click on the advanced frequency separation. As you can see, it's very, very user friendly. So every click will give you a message directing you on what to do. Okay, so you just follow the message to get the perfect results. Okay, so right here, as you can see, it has loaded. Then it pauses here, allowing us to choose the amount of blood that will be okay to retouch our image. And you already know that there is no specific amount of blood for images. Okay, so it depends on the picture you are working on. Okay, so now what you add is the amount of blood that will blur your picture, and you still be seeing the textures. As you can see right here, this 8 is okay for this picture because it blurs this picture, and if you look closely, you see the textures, but not visible enough. Okay, not obvious. Okay, so that is how that is where you will stop. Once you are working and you get to these results, you will stop. Okay, so click OK. Okay, as you can see, it will give you this message. This message is directing you on how you can set your mixer brush to get the perfect result. Okay, click continue. So this right here, this is frequency separation. This automatically separates the texture and the tone, putting them in two different layers. So when we are working on the tone, it will not affect the texture of the image. Okay, and when we are working on the texture, it will not affect the tone of the image. Okay, so now we'll be working on the tone. Okay, now it automatically pick our mixer brush for us. Okay, so up here, my brush is on soft round brush. Always put your brush on soft round brush. Okay, inside this brush setting here, always make sure your smoothing is the only thing active here. Okay, so here the first brush here, deactivate the first brush and activate the second one. Always on custom. Okay, here this is my settings. My weight is on 60, my load is 60, my mix is 100, flow is 60. Okay, so if you are a beginner watching this tutorial, okay, I will advise you to put this on 30, 30, 30, 30, or 20, 20, 20. You can as well try my settings if you can be able to control the brush. Okay, so now let's retouch this picture, and we are going to start with the head. Okay, so as you can see, so we are going to use this frequency separation to fix this head. So fix it more better. So as you can see the way I'm working, so the same rule, if you're working on the shadow part of the image, you remain on the shadow. If you are working on the highlight part of the image, you remain on the highlights. Don't push the highlights to the shadow and don't push the shadow to the highlights. You can see what I'm doing. So this is actually a way you can barb hair in Photoshop. You can use your clone stamp tool and do this same thing that I did here. Okay, so you take your time and do it. So here in Photoshop, nothing is impossible. So that's one of the good thing about Photoshop. It's very, very broad. So, and when you are brushing your picture this way, always follow the structure of the body. Follow the structure of the body to get the best results. So as you can see, the head is looking more bad and beautiful. Okay. So we turn the head to bad head. Okay. It's looking more bad, shiny, and beautiful. Okay. So when you're working on a picture like this, you're gonna take your time and mix the tone well, mix the picture well, make sure that the picture is looking amazing and more beautiful. So always zoom in and zoom out. Okay. Make sure you are getting it the right way. Okay, so as you can see, the head now is looking more beautiful. Now, if we do before, after, you can see the difference there. Before, after, okay? So this is beautiful. Now, let's continue and make sure that we retouch the whole of the picture. Okay, so this is how you work on image like this, and how you can as well get your perfect hair barbing in Photoshop and also retouch your image, your high-end retouching. Okay, just move according to the structure of the face. You can see what I'm doing. So when you are brushing, either you brush straight or you brush circle the way I'm brushing. That's if you're making use of mixer brush. Here in Photoshop, there are actually many ways to skin a rat here in Photoshop. So if you're using mixer brush for your retouching, which I will always advise you to use mixer brush for your retouching. If you're using mixer brush for your retouching, this is where you can do it to get the perfect results. So, and when you're working on the nose, the one working, always be careful with the nose. Take it lightly because anything that affected this nose will affect the whole look of the picture. Okay. Okay, so and when you are retouching, always make sure that you check your before and after. Okay, before and after. Okay, as you can see, this picture is transforming and looking more beautiful and realistic. Okay, by checking your before and after, you see how you have been what you have been doing. Okay, if you are getting it the right way or the wrong way. Okay, and you will see the places that you need to fix. So always make sure you check your before and after when doing retouching. And remember, this is retouching. You don't do it in a hurry, actually. You don't do it in a hurry. Take your time during your retouching. That's why in this channel, I don't actually fast forward my retouching tutorials. So I leave everything that way. So if there is a mistake, I want you to see the mistake. Okay. So you learn from it, because in learning, mistake is part of learning. Okay. So if you didn't do a mistake, there is no way you can learn. There is no way you can learn. So I don't actually hide anything in my tutorial here. So I don't do my tutorials fast forward. Make sure that from A to Z is going to be step by step. Okay. Because it is a tutorial you learn from. Okay. So it requires patience and practicing, always practicing to be a pro. Okay. Always practice. So let's check our before and after again. Before, after, before, after, before, after. Okay. Before, after. Okay. So let's continue working on this. We're almost there. Okay. So when you are retouching as a retoucher, pay attention to details. I always say that pay attention to details. Know where to fix and where not to fix. Okay, because your work is to beautify the picture more as a retoucher. Okay, always pay attention to the details. Okay, so as you can see, we've already worked on the shoulder before, after, before, after. Okay, so now let's fix the face more, the places that we didn't fix well. So this is actually frequency separation. As you can see, everything we are doing is only affecting the color, which is the skin color, which is the tone, the low frequency, and it is not affecting the texture. That's one good thing about frequency separation. I know there are many ways to do it. Okay, so this is one of the professional ways to do it. Okay, so before, after. Okay, before, after. Okay, this picture is looking nice this way. So what I will do is to merge this picture, Control E, Control E. Okay, so now I will use my magic wand tool here and select the neck and the shoulder. Okay, as you can see, this selected the whole picture, which I don't want. So I deselect Control D. Okay, so I'm using my lasso tool right here. So I need only the neck and the shoulder. Now there are many ways to do this selection here in Photoshop. So either use the A or use the B pattern, the C pattern, anyway. So as you can see, I've selected here. Okay, so I feather it. I'm feathering 5. Okay, so the reason why I selected here is because, as you can see, here is more darker than the face. Okay, so I want the color of the skin, everything to correspond. Okay, so here I will use the curve here. Add a little light on it. Then I switch to the blue here. Take the blue to yellow a little. Now you can see something here. It has corresponded, but there is issue here. This line here, that's because of the feather. Okay, so I have to undo and I have to put more feather there. So I'm feathering this to 12 now. Okay, so I do the same. I use the curve, add a little light, change to this blue, drop it down to yellow a little. Okay, now this is okay. So I merge it, Control E. Okay, so the next thing I will do here is to duplicate this, Control J. Then I will take this to camera raw filter to do some adjustments there. Okay, so I take it to camera raw filter. So here we are in camera raw filter. I'm going to go to the preset button and use adaptive portrait. So I move to the enhanced portrait. So this enhanced portrait is one of the AI settings, AI feature that is inside camera raw filter now. So if you can't find this in your camera raw filter, that means you need to update your camera raw filter or you update your Photoshop, okay? Because this adaptive portrait, all the effects and settings they put here is very, very good for your portrait, okay? You can try them out, okay? So it's very, very good. It will help you to enhance your portrait, okay? So as you can see, this is the enhanced portrait right here. So I increase it to 117. Remember, every adjustment I'm doing here is what I want to achieve the best. Okay, it might be different from yours if you are doing your adjustment. Okay, so you might work on same picture but different results, but the two results will be fine. Okay, always remember that. Now this is glamour. This glamour for all the makeups on the skin. So the glamour will increase a bit. Okay, so adjust for the glamour. Then this is smooth facial hair. Okay, so there is no facial hair here, but I need to add it. Okay, so I still add it. Enhance eyes. Okay, so this enhance eyes for the eyes. Okay, so I increase it a little. So darken eyebrow for the eyebrow. Okay, I increase it a little. So now I'll go to edit here. Then here inside edit, I'll go to color here. Then take this temperature to yellow a little bit. Then I'll go to effects here and add a little texture on this image. I'll go to detail and add a little sharpening on this image. Then I'll move to color mixer here Then I'll go to this eyes here, this eye icon here. I pick color from the skin. Then I move with this hue saturation slide, okay? So, and check the skin tone, the one that will suit what I want, okay? So this will only affect the color of the skin, okay? But you can see the color of the skin and the background color are almost the same thing. So it's affecting the two, but there's no problem, okay? So here, the orange here, increase it a little. Okay, so I scroll down to calibration here. So here in calibration, I move to blue primary. The saturation here, I increase the saturation a little. Then the hue here, I work on it a little. I decrease it a little to -2. Okay, so I scroll down to up. So I go to color again. The vibrance here, I increase the vibrance a little. Okay, so this is where I leave this picture. So let's go to light and add this black a little. Okay, so let's add a little highlight on it. Okay, so this is where I leave this picture here. So as you can see, it has applied. So I use my selective color here and switch this selective color to yellow, drag it a little to pop out the skin tone more. Okay, so now this is fine. Okay, so I merge it here. Okay, so if I turn off these stubs, you will see where we started from. So let's start afresh. Where we started from. Okay, so as you can see, this is how this picture looks like. Okay, so this is the raw of this picture. Then here we remove all the spots, as you can see, and also cropped the picture and liquefy the picture to get this result. So here we've removed the spots, crop the picture and liquefy it to get this result. Okay, so here we've barbed the hair to get this result here. Okay, and here we did the frequency separation to get this result here, and this is the final. Okay, so as you can see right here, now let's merge this together and check our before and after. So as you can see, this is before of this picture and this is after. Before, after, before, after. Okay, so this was how I was able to edit this picture and get to this result. So if you have learned one or two in this tutorial, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like this tutorial, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell button so you get notified anytime I drop a new tutorial. And don't forget, if you have a question, drop it in comment section. And also, if you have a suggestion of any tutorial you want to see here, drop it in comment section. And also, if you need my all-in-one retouching presets here, my all-in-one retouching preset and all my skin tone pack that I use in my pictures, in my editing, you check the pinned comments in the comment section of this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next tutorial.